Pit Parties are live music events. Build a stage in the middle of the warehouse or whatever space we get hold of, and we have it 360. So the stage is in the middle, crowd is all around, and we take over venues that people haven't used before. The last two we did were in a Turkish ballroom in Dalston. The Black Lips we put on in a warehouse over in Hackney Wick. Tonight we've got a warehouse in Hackney. Yeah, that's Pit Parties, and they're just big parties. I think in hindsight it's probably good for us that no one else is doing the sort of 360 thing. But to start with, we just wanted to try and be a bit more experimental with live music and gigs. We wanted to do something that was different. We were doing normal gigs, they were fine, but we thought, let's try something a bit more exciting where everything could go wrong and where we didn't know what we were doing. In the first few, the ones that we did, it was always teetering on the edge of like just the crowd collapsing in on the band or like that kind of thing. We started enjoying that quite a bit. It was more thrilling, I think, to do it. So, yeah, but I think it's always good to be different and do something different. It's important to have artwork, without a doubt, and artwork that's different from what people are doing. Because you want your night to be noticed in amongst all the thousands of nights that are getting put on. Russell Tyson, the guy who does all our artwork, who's an absolute legend, he kind of started coming down to gigs originally, and we got chatting, and then turned out he was an amazing illustrator as well, and then he started doing the posters, and he's a massive part of Fluffer now. I think when people see those flyers around with his artwork on and his posters about, they know it's a Fluffer night, hopefully. I think he likes us as well, because we never censor him. If people don't fucking like it, then it's their problem. Most obscene one, we had a band pulled out of a Christmas party we put on. He drew, I think it was an elf with his head between Santa Claus's arse cheeks, and there's some weird gunk kind of like dripping down off his chin. I don't know. It was pretty out there, but I mean, we thought it was funny. But a band pulled out of the night over it. I mean, fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. To be honest, we've just funded internally. And used any profits we've made, put it back into what we're doing. We haven't actually gone down the route of funding banks, loan sharks, rob a bank. I think do it because you love it, and throw your heart and soul into it. If you wanted to start up your own night, I think put on music you love. Try and break even, and then once you start building up a fan base, then hopefully you start making a profit, and then if you invest that back in, then hopefully it'll grow. And I think the main thing is to put on music you love, do the posters, do the flyering, do social media, try and get on radio. Any channel that you can promote through is obviously going to get you to more people. I always feel like if you've put in that effort yourself, then you will get it back somehow, like a sort of weird karma. We've always just been upfront and said this is what we're doing, whether it's direct to the band or a booking agent. Just told them what our vibe is, what we're about, and seen if they're up for it. Back in the day, we used to buy say there was a bottle of whiskey waiting for them, and that got us cerebral palsy in a basement in Power Lunch's basement when that was around. But that was pretty crazy. That was our second gig, I think. But yeah, they just played for a bottle of whiskey and a good time. I think you've got to start anything small because you've got to build your fan base. When the Witches played for us last year, that was kind of when more people started getting interested. But I think it's bands as well that have a very kind of DIY, down-to-earth aesthetic as well. The less kind of corporate bands that are attracted to what we're doing. Like the Black Lips, for example. Like a massive band, like seminal band in terms of the garage scene in the world. Still wanting to play our warehouse party last year. I think it says so much for them as a band. I approach venues by going down to check out what they're about, see whether I like the venue, and then I'll email them or give them a ring, see if they're into what we're wanting to put on, and if they are, come to a deal in terms of what the terms are for the hire, Yeah, practicalities. Come to a deal over the hire, and then take it from there really. But generally, also like from being out at gigs and being out on the scene and just hearing from people. You know, if they went to a sick gig somewhere, then at this new venue, or that's how you kind of find out about stuff. Yeah, it's really important to have the right team of people. The team that you have is going to give off the vibe of your night. The sort of right people come along that you want to be involved. People are attracted, like moths to a light bulb, are attracted to the thing that you're doing, and then you meet those people, and then you kind of create a friendship or create a working relationship. You just want cool people around who have a good vibe, don't you? And that'll like show through on your night, I think.